Hello my dear friends. Welcome you all to this digital image processing video lecture series. In a previous lecture we have seen the basics of image filtering, right? Now in this today's lecture we shall be discussing about how we can go for the low pass filtering of your image. Okay, so remember that low pass filter. Okay, so low pass filter. Okay, so this filter is used to blur the image. Okay, so the application is nothing but blurring out the image. Okay, this is also sometimes called as smoothing, image smoothing. Okay, fine, great. So remember that low pass filter is used to blur out the image, and this is also called as smoothing of that image. Okay, so what do you mean by smoothing and all these things? Let us discuss with the help of a example. Okay, so let us say example. Fine, so let us say we are having, this is nothing but my, let us say, image. Okay, image matrix, in which let us say I have image intensity is ranging from 155, let us say 100, let us say 200, fine, 248, then 0, 10, 110, 120, 128, 30, 28, 69. Likewise the pixel intensities are there. Okay, so the range of the pixel intensities will be 0 to 255. Okay, fine. So 36, let us say, then let us say 98, 120. Okay, 39, 128, 158, 160, 170, right? So let us say this is nothing but my image. Okay, and let us say I have a weighted average filter mask, that is nothing but, so this filter mask is of the order of 3 by 3. So in yesterday's class we have discussed that the size of our filter mask will be having m is equals to twice a plus 1 and n is equals to twice b plus 1, right? And over here a and b we have selected as 1, and because of that value of m is coming as 3 and value of n is coming as 3. Remember that the size of this my filter mask will be definitely an odd number. Okay, and over here this is nothing but weighted sum. Okay, so if I am going to add all the numbers in this filter mask, then their addition or the sum will come as 9. Okay, so that's why this type of filtering is called as weighted sum averaging filter. Weighted sum averaging filter. Okay, so why averaging filter it is called as, that we are going to check out with this example. Okay, now let us say this is nothing but the center of my filter mask, right? So this is the center of the filter mask. In order to perform the filtering operation we need to go for the zero padding that we have seen in the yesterday's class, right? Okay, so let us go for the zero padding. So how many zeros we need to pad it? So that condition was nothing but what, m minus 1 rows, right? So how many number of rows we need to pad for zero padding? This is nothing but m minus 1 and m is nothing but 3. So 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. So 2 number of rows, right? And how many number of columns? Columns will be again n minus 1, right? So n is also 3. So 3 minus 1 is equals to 2. So 2 number of rows and 2 number of columns we need to go for the zero padding on the left hand side as well as right hand side, bottom and top. Is that fine? Okay, so I'm going to write the zero padded matrix over here itself. Okay, so let me write it over here. So 0 0 0 0. Why we are going for the zero padding? Because we want to have the multiplication for this one. Okay, so these factors. Okay, fine. So ultimately you can directly write it as 1 by 9 is coming as, let us calculate it. 1 by 9, it will be 0.11, I think. Is it? Yes, it will be. So let me calculate 1 by 1 by 9, it will be coming as 0.11. Okay, so let me write, instead of writing that 1 by 9 outside of this bracket, so let me write it as 0.11, 0.11, 0.11. Okay, 0.11, 0.11. Okay, this is also 0.11. Rest of all other values are coming as 0.11. So that is nothing but my weighted averaging filter mask. Okay, fine. Now with this filter mask, I am going to perform the filtering on this particular image. Are you getting it? Okay. Now let us perform, or let us overlap this 0.11 on this 155 pixel. Okay, so once I am going to overlap this over here, sorry, this must not be there, and this is also must not be there, sorry. Okay, fine. So if I am going to put this 0.11 on this 155, then what can be the multiplication and summation? Let us calculate then. Okay, so let us say g of 11. Okay, instead of writing f, now let us write g of 11. Okay, so let us call this as first element. Okay, fine, or else we can call this as a 0th row, 0th column. Okay, fine. So g of 00, we are going to calculate it as nothing but 155 into 0.11 plus, okay, now this, okay, this will be multiplied with again 0.11, right? Rest of others are right now over here, it is 0, it is 0, right? It is 0, this one is also 0. Okay, so for this one, okay, so let us multiply that 100 with 0.11. Okay, so 100 into 0.11 plus, okay, now over here it is there. Okay, so for this 10 also we are going to multiply with this 0.11. Are you getting it? So 10 into 0.11, because we have overlapped this over here. Are you getting it? That's why we are performing this multiplication. Are you getting it? Okay, so this will be multiplied with 0.11, this will be multiplied with 0.11, this will be multiplied with 0.11, and the others are 0, so that's why we didn't consider that. Is that fine? Okay, so and now you can understand why we are calling this as weighted average. Okay, so weighted is nothing but we have done the weighted sum already. Okay, and for by that weighted sum we have divided each value by that 9, right? So sum we have divided by 9. Okay, so that's why it is called as weight we have assigned. Okay, and then the sum of the products we are taking the sum of products, right? So 155 is there, so this pixel value, okay, are you getting it? So that pixel value 155 will be multiplied with weighted sum. Are you getting it? So therefore it is called as weighted average filtering, and we are taking average of the different pixels which are there, right? So the neighborhoods pixels average we are going to consider, and along with that weights. Okay, so weight is nothing but, now this is nothing but the weight. Are you getting it? So this is nothing but a weighted filter mask, right? And the average of this all pixels we are going to consider. Okay, so that's why it is called as weighted average filter. Are you getting it? Fine. So now let us calculate the what is the value of this 155 into 0.11 and all these things. Okay, so let us do this. 155 into 0.11 plus 100 into 0.11 plus 10 into 0.11, and this will be my new value. Are you getting it? So I am getting 28.6. Okay, so this higher value of the pixel, previously it was 155, right? Now that 155 has been converted into new pixel value, and that is nothing but 28.6. Are you getting it? So that's why my new value will be 28.6. If I am going to round it off, it will be nearly coming to the 29. So my new pixel intensity for that 0 0 zeroth row, zeroth column will have value as 29. Are you getting it? Okay. Now similarly, let us find out the pixel intensity for this particular pixel. Okay, so 0th row, first column. Are you getting it? Now this is nothing but a 0th row, first column. Okay, now we are going to overlap this 0.11 on this 180 pixel. Are you getting it? So let us do that again. Let me rub it so that I can calculate it over here. Is that fine? Okay. Now g of, let us say, 0 comma 1. Okay, so 0th row, first column. Fine. Now in this case, 0.11 will be the center will be over here at 180, then 0.11 will be multiplied over here, 0.11 will be multiplied over here, 0.11 will be multiplied over here, right? So 155 into 0.11 plus 180 into 0.11 plus 10 into 0.11, and rest of others are 0, so that's why this is multiplied by 0.11, this is multiplied by 0.11. Okay, fine, and these two also there. All right, yes, so 0.11 into 0.11. Okay, because the center element is over here, and now this is my new area over which my this matrix is going to, filter mask is going to operate, right? So this filter mask is going to operate over this area, right? So 200 into my 0.11 will be also there. So 200 multiplied by 0.11 plus similarly 110 into 0.11. So are you getting it? Why it is called as averaging? Because it is considering average of all the neighborhood pixels. So this is right now my center pixel, and the neighborhood pixels are nothing but N8P. I hope you still aware about N8P, N4P and NDP, right? So these all are this 180's neighborhood pixels, right? And their average we are right now taking along with the weights. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? So this is nothing but a weighted average filtering. Okay, fine. So 155. Now let us compute this value again. One 55 into 0.11 plus 180 into 0.11 plus 10 into 0.11 plus 200 into 0.11 plus 110 into 0.11. So it is coming as 72.05. Okay, so the value for this 180 is modified and it will be coming as 72.05. Are you getting it? So that we can round it off to the 72. Yes. Okay, now let us compute the value for this now 200. Okay, so let us compute the value for 200. Now overlap this 0.11 onto this 200 now. Are you getting it? Okay, so let us do this g of 0 comma 2, right? Okay, now let us multiply now over here. Okay, I'll change the color. Fine. So this is our new area on which we are going to operate our the filter mask, right? Okay, so 180 into 0.11 plus 200 into 0.11 plus 248 multiplied by 0.11 plus 10 into 0.11 plus 110 into 0.11 plus 120 into 0.11. Likewise, we are going to compute for each and every pixel. So this is my first row, right? Okay, so let us compute this again. (180) into 0.11 plus 200 into 0.11 plus 248 into 0.11 plus 10 into 0.11 plus 110 into 0.11 plus 120 into 0.11. Okay, so the value for that 220 is resulting as 95.48, and if I'm going to round it off, let us say round it off to the next digit, let us say it is 96, then the next pixel value will have 96 as a new pixel information. Are you getting it? So this 200 pixel has been converted to 96. Are you getting it? So this is my pixel intensity for this 200 after performing the filtering operation. So remember that over here the high frequency, or let us say a high gray level intensity pixels have been converted to the low level gray level intensities. Okay, so that is nothing but low pass filtering. Okay, so it is going to block the high level gray level intensities. Okay, so it is simply blocking the high level gray level values. Okay, fine. So that is nothing but low level or low pass filtering. Are you getting it? Now let us perform over here for this 248. Okay, so similar kind of operation we are going to perform. And now what is the area over here? This is the area on which we are going to perform the filtering operation, and this is now my center element over which I am going to superimpose this matrix. Are you getting it? Fine. So let us do this again. So let us first clear out all the contents. Okay, great. Now g of, let us say, 0 comma 3, right? So this is nothing but 200 into 0.11 plus 248 into 0.11 plus, now over here this 110 into 0.11 plus, so and now for this 120 it will be multiplied with 0.11. Okay, so let us compute this again. Fine. So 200 into 0.11 plus 248 into 0.11 plus 1110 into 0.11 plus 120 into 0.11. I hope I have got all the pixels. Yes, it is. So I'll be getting 74.48, sorry, 58. Okay, so I'll round it off to the 75. Okay, so now my new pixel value will be having 75 as a new pixel value. Okay, so after performing this filtering, that is low pass averaging filtering, weighted averaging filtering, so I'll be getting first value, first line or the first row as what's wrong with this. So my first line will be 29, then 72, 96, 75. Okay, so this is my first 4 pixels information. Okay, so 1 2 3 4, these 4 pixels have been converted to new pixel information as 29, 72, 96 and 75. Okay, so this is the pixel information after performing the filtering operation on this particular first row of your image, right? Fine. So if I'm going to perform another let us say second line, third line, fourth line and fifth line, I'll be getting some kind of, again, the gray level intensities which are less than let us say 200, 155 or 155, 150, right? Okay, so remember that low pass filter will not pass high intensities. Okay, so over here it will not pass high intensities, or it will suppress the high frequencies or high level intensities, high gray level intensities, it will suppress, right? So over here we have done that. Okay, so it is all happening because of this weighted average filtering. Are you getting it? Okay, so let us see this, what exactly is going to happen with the help of the program. Okay, so let us see this. Fine. Okay, so let us come to the Octave, right? So let us first understand what exactly is the program. Okay, fine. Now this is nothing but clear screen. Okay, so clear screen, you know that it will clear all the contents of your screen, then clear all. Okay, it will clear all the variables that has been used over here. Let us say it may be a b c d, or it may be I j, whatever the variables that you might have used into this workspace. It will clear all these and it will close all this. Okay, now let's go for the rebuilding of the packages and we'll load that image package. Okay, if we are not going to load or rebuild the packages, or if I am not going to use rebuild or package loading or image loading, okay, so if I'm not going to load the image package, then definitely there will be problem for this or error for this IMRead function. Okay, now I have read the image, and that image is nothing but scene.jpg which I have stored on D drive, right? Okay, so I'm going to show this image by using imshow function, right? And I have given the title as original image, right? Then we are going to convert that color image, that is RGB image, to gray image, right, by using that function. Okay, so RGB to gray, and how to convert that without using function, that also we have seen in a some of the program, right? Okay, so if I'm not going to put this semicolon, then definitely what is going to happen, it is going to show all the pixel information as like the, let us say 255, 0, 155, 158, like that, and it will go on continuing up to whatever the size of that particular number of pixels. Okay, so let us say if the image is of 810 by 810, that many number of pixel it will show, and then it will go to the computation or performing the rest of other uh, lines. Okay, so it will go on executing the rest of other lines, right? Then I am going to show this black and white gray level image by using this imshow function D. Okay, I have given the title as gray image. Then okay, so random function I have used. Okay, so if I am going to display it, so I will be displaying that. Okay, so random is nothing but a variable which is going to give the random values and having the matrix size as 3 by 3. Okay, so this is nothing but my filter mask. Okay, so W is called as a filter mask. Okay, so W is nothing but my filter mask. Are you getting it? So I can define my filter mask as per my requirement, or I can redefine by our own. Okay, so I can define my own filter mask over here. So I have used a random function. Okay, so random is of another function, and this is nothing but the size of that particular matrix. Okay, and 1 by 9, as we have seen in previous slides, what exactly the 1 by 9 is, that is nothing but a weighted sum, right? Weighted sum, and by that value we are going to divide it, right? Okay, so for that purpose we have taken this one, we have displayed that. Okay, and this is nothing but, let us say w is nothing but like this, 1 by n. It will take any random value. Okay, so let it maybe is take, it will take 0 1 0 1 0 0 like that. Okay, so this is nothing but a random value. Okay, and the x you might have seen. Okay, so you might have you are watching that. Okay, I have defined x also, right? So that x can be written as, it is nothing but ones, right? So all the values of this matrix is nothing but 1. Okay, so 3 by 3 matrix will have all the values as 1. So that is nothing but the operation performed over here. Okay, so I will display that, okay, in the command window. Okay, so it will w and x will be displayed in the command window, don't worry about it, I'll show you. Okay, now let us understand what is this IAM filter. Okay, so let us go into this command window. Let us understand what exactly that IAM filter function is. Okay, okay, so let us understand help of IAM filter. Okay, so IAM filter is a function which is used to go for filtering. Okay, so let us check out what is that. Just a minute. Okay, so first we need to go for pkg load image. Okay, so over here first we need to load package. Okay, image package we need to load. Okay, and then we'll type help IAM filter. Okay, so it will display all the information related to this function. Okay, so let us understand what exactly this function is. Fine, so IAM filter I comma f, I and f is nothing but the different parameters. Okay, so I is nothing but your input image and f is nothing but the filter mask. Okay, so remember that I is nothing but your input image or the image on which you need to perform the filtering. Okay, and f is nothing but I is image and f is filter mask. Okay, fine, so remember that it will define your filter mask. Okay, so in the next example we will understand what exactly this f special and all these things. Okay, so right now we have used this one. Okay, so for j I have used this, or for defining the filter mask, that is x or w we have defined, right? So that was nothing but like this, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, so this is nothing but my filter mask right now. Okay, fine. Now what exactly the other options are there? Okay, so options are nothing but over here, right? So I can go for s is nothing but a scalar input argument. If it is there, then what type of zero padding you use to go for? Okay, so symmetric is nothing but in order to go for symmetricity. Okay, so symmetrically, suppose your image is like this, let us say 155. Okay, so 100 110 and let us say 150. Okay, so it will keep the symmetricity of this particular let us say now 100 200 and 150. Okay, so now it will maintain the symmetricity. Okay, so symmetricity means it will copy all the contents over here. Okay, so it will consider 150 110, simply it will replicate it. Okay, so from the image itself it will take the pixel values and it will copy that. Okay, replicate means if the zeros are there at the left hand side, or let us say this image is having 150, 160, 170 as values, then it will replicate it. Okay, so simply it will again copy that. Okay, so 150 will be over here, 160, 170 and 180, it will as it is, it will take it. Then circular, same, full, correlation type of filtering, convolution. Okay, so what type of filtering you are going to use it. Okay, so what type of filtering performance you are going to use, either correlation or convolution. Okay, so by default it is convolution, sorry, by default it is correlation, and if you want to use convolution then you need to mention CO and V over there. Okay, fine. So this is nothing but these are the attributes that you need to pass whenever you are going to use IM filter as a function. Okay, so right now let me clear all the contents. Right now I have used a simply a IM filter function. Okay, so over here IM filter is using B is nothing but my input image, so IM filter, right? In that B is nothing but my input image, W is nothing but my filter mask, and the type of zero padding I have used is nothing but replicate. Okay, so type of zero padding I have used a replicate. Okay, if I am going to use convolution then I need to mention it convolution. Okay, I am not using right now convolution, so by default value is nothing but what, correlation. Okay, so by means of correlation method it will compute the filtering operation. Okay, and then I'll be getting the final filtered output image. Okay, fine. So over here I have used a W as a filter mask, and over here I have used X as a filter mask. Okay, so W is nothing but it is nothing but a random value, it is taking random values, and this X is nothing but ones, that is nothing but I have shown you what is that ones. Okay, so these two filter masks I have used over here. Okay, so remember that this is nothing but your filter mask, right? Okay, and that we have used over here, and this X we have used as a filter mask for this second type of filtering. Okay, and then I have shown the filtering images or filtered images. Okay, so let us see the output of this. Okay, I hope you understood this program. Yes or no? Okay, if not, please repeat it and check it out. Okay, now let us run this program. Yes, so this is nothing but our filtered outputs. Okay, and if you want to check out, okay, so if you want to check out what is that W and what is that X, let us check it out. So this is nothing but W. Okay, so 3 by 3 matrix is of W, and then this is nothing but X, right? So I hope we have worked on this X. Yes or no? So 1 by n, 1 by 9, right? 1 by 9, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. We have computed this. 1 by 9 is coming as 0.11, and we have multiplied by 0.11 to all the values, so it is coming as 0.11, 0.11, 0.11. Are you getting it? So it is one and same. Okay, so ones of 3 comma 3 multiplied by 1 by 9 is nothing but giving you this filter mask, right? Okay, and this is nothing but my random filter values. These are the random filter mask. Okay, this is my random filter mask, right? W, isn't it? Is that fine? Okay, fine. Now let us check out what exactly my output is. Okay, so this is our original image, this is colored image, then we have converted that image to the gray level image, right? then that gray level image, on that gray level image we have performed the filtering operation by using W as a filter mask, right? And that is nothing but the output filtered image, right? And then this is nothing but a filtered image. Okay, so we have used X as a filter mask over here, and because of that this is my new filtered image. Okay, so these are two different filtered image. Are you getting it? So there are some differences, right, between these two. Okay, so it is having some low levels of gray level intensities, okay, and this is having some good levels or high levels of gray level intensities or brightness, right? So this is nothing but filtering. Okay, I hope you understood filtering. Okay, in the next example, in this same example, let us do the changes and let us understand how we are going to change correlation to convolution. Okay, let us perform it. So instead of replicating, let us go for symmetric. Okay, or what was that? Let us check it out. Let us type help IM filter. Okay, so over here this is nothing but symmetric, replicate, circular, the size of the output image same, no, same or full. Okay, so size. Hmm? And then correlation convolution. Okay, let us perform now. Let's go for symmetric, and finally we'll go for convolution. Okay, so let us do the changes into this symmetric, and let us mention CONV. Is it fine? Over here only, we are not going to mention over here anything. There are errors. Okay, so over here also we need to mention. Okay, so let us write it as it is, replicate. Okay, okay, there are no any errors. So this is nothing but my change into the image. Okay, so by convolution method now. Okay, so over here let us change that convolved image, convolution filtered image. Let me close this so that we can understand whether this is executed or not. Yes, it is executing. Okay, so this is nothing but the convolved image. Okay, so convolution filtered image, right? Okay, so likewise we can change the attributes of that particular function, and we can perform the filtering. Is that fine? Okay, so we will stop over here and we'll continue in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.